Hey everybody, welcome back to Jake's World. This episode is not sponsored by Tight Bond. It's just glue. Today's video is going to cover the design and construction of my camp kitchen for my foamie slide-in camper. Buckle up, it's going to be a fun one. So that's a pretty awesome start to the kitchen. Just a temporary leg for now. We'll come up with something a little bit better than that. These two bays here are gonna get some drawers. Lots of storage though. It's also not very often an idea goes from concept to execute it in one day, so I'm pretty happy with that. All right, camp kitchen day 2. I built this prototype drawer, and I did it on the table saw with a jig I built to do this box joint. But there's an improvement I want to make. This bottom piece is just glued in. We're gonna add that same style joint on the bottom 4 edges also. This is the jig I built to make that joint, and it's got a little piece of 1/4 inch oak here, and that's what each tooth registers in to cut the next one. Like so. Got the dado stack in the table saw. It's set up for a 1/4 inch width, and we're using 1/4 inch ply. Also, it's this dimension. The space between the edge of your registration block and the saw kerf, it's that distance right there that determines how tight or loose your fit is. So it took me 5 or 6 tries to get this dialed in for this thickness material. I think I've got just enough of this 1/4 inch ply left here to make 4, maybe 6 more drawers. And luckily when I built the prototype, I took a bunch of notes on dimensions, so it should be pretty easy. I'm gonna get our pieces ripped to size and organized, and then I'll bring you back for some joint cutting. Now we've got the blanks for 5 more drawer boxes ready. Today we're going to get these kitchen boxes coated with some epoxy. We're using this West system here, 207 Special Clear Hardener. Thanks, Dale. And this stuff's about 5+ years old. I'll come in here close around the dog booty. We did run a test on this, and it still cures out good. Good gloss, and it sands nice. So, score. I've decided these nubs on the, shit, how do you describe this? I've decided that these nubs on the kitchen shell need to go. And check this out. Genuine, straight from Japan, flush cut saw. Let's see how this works. Never done this before. Probably a terrible shot up there. Alright, resuming. Probably all sorts of technique I'm missing here. Carefully. Oh, and it looks like garbage. That's not really what we're going for. Well, hit that with the sander. Round two. Yeah, I don't know about all this. That one's marginally better. Probably could use some practice on that. I've got the top of these boxes. I sanded them back where they were stuck to the plastic. We're gonna coat the insides of these. And this end of this box, I sanded back to 320. And it is extremely smooth. It's got a little bit of a matte surface. You can't really tell in the shot here. I'm gonna recoat this and see if our finished product is nicer than, you know, unsanded kind of runs and that kind of thing. We'll do all this on a time lapse. kitchen's coming along great. Got all these drawers epoxy coated now. A little bit of sheen on there, which is nice. Now it's time to get the shell coated. I'll put you on a time lapse for that. I debated on whether filling these pocket hole screws or not. I decided against it. We're not building a yacht here. I'm just gonna make sure and swap some epoxy in there. Ah, Jesus, that's not good. Put these in here, get a little heat on them. Alright, let's shoot some paint on these bad boys. We need to cover up the bare steel where we remove the galvanization and get them welded. We're going to go with a satin spring green with a little bit of satin white splatter. Should be very nice. Take your splatter color, spray it in the lid. Backdrop, give it out. Something like that. Everything's better with a little bit of yellow. You might want to wear some gloves when you do this. Pretty proud of these locking pins here. So I decided it'd be a real tragedy if I built this mobile kitchen and didn't take it outside to test it out. We're here at the local running trailhead, and I decided to take this thing out, make some bacon, and talk about it. Oh, we're gonna have to fix that. Don't you worry about that. So it's about 22 degrees today and the wind is howling. I'm looking over my thermometer right now. It says feels like 8 degrees. So I'm going to do a voiceover here because the audio was just garbage. You just saw me throw a frisbee there for Dale. Of course, he's here milling around. You may catch him in the background in some of these shots. The kitchen up to this point is about as done as it's going to get. In the spring, I'd like to sand all this epoxy back and put a layer of spar urethane over the top. That'll make things really smooth and add some clarity and depth to the finish, which will be really nice. There's just a couple other details I'd like to add. A paper towel holder, and organize all my kitchen gear in this thing so that it's quick and easy to use. Look, a wild Dale appears. There he goes. You can see the snow flurries coming down now. Pumping, pumping. The fuel in my stove's probably going on 10 years old, so I'd need to do a little maintenance on that before I try to do anything more than cook a couple slices of bacon. Here's a shot of the back here. Lots of real estate for some slaps. Look at all that workspace. And he's off. Oh, beautiful catch. Beautiful catch. 8 out of 10. Glorious bacon shots. Wild bacon. Hey, I'm Jake. I'm a big dumb idiot. Make sure you like my video and comment and do all the things. We're out.